What is going on? Internet and fellow paintball enthusiasts. How's everyone going? How's it going? What's going on? We're going to talk about some paintball stuff today. We missed yesterday, so we're here today. Hopefully everybody gets to check it out. I moved the locations a little bit in this room, and I don't know if I like it. We're going to have to probably switch back over there. Where is everybody from? Where are you joining us from this fine evening? Hello, Ben. Hello, Cheppy PB. Switch PB. It's going great. Just got back from my trip to World Cup. Well, we're about to talk about World Cup. You might know more about it since you were actually there. We got Nashville, we got Dallas, we got a New York City. We got another Dallas and another Dallas. San Diego. I was just watching something about San Diego. San Diego is actually the most biodiverse county in America. That blows my mind. Some brains, it's going all right. Mama, are we in Louisiana, I presume? All right. The San Fernando Valley. So without further ado, well, maybe a little bit of further ado, we always want to thank the sponsor of this live stream, BFBgear.com, a long-time supporter of this channel, and if you ask me, the best online paintball retailer there is. And they got a lot of cool stuff in. They always get like all that brand new stuff really quick. And, because they're one of those bigger stores. So they're always, getting this cool stuff really fast. But just like freaking everyone, these HK Army RX lowers in clear are sold out. They're sold out everywhere though. Because they've been so popular. Everyone likes this clear stuff. But if you want to get a pair of black, which I would honestly I would probably have black before I would buy clear. Maybe you could get a smoke. I really like these. If you aren't familiar with what these are a bottom and ear kit for the JT ProFlex goggle frame that can be had over at BFP Gear. There's a link in the description too if you actually want to go buy these things. I kind of want them, honestly, but I've been wearing the carbon mask so much that you can also find over on BFP Gear the carbon, not the OPR though, the carbon Zero, that bad boy right there. Although I don't have, that's the color I have, right? That is the one I have. Coal. BFPgear.com. Make sure to help them or support them as they, help support this whole goddamn channel. And we'll jump right into World Cup stuff really quick here. But what is everyone saying? It is kind of a weird choice. Someone said something about AI. And it is kind of weird how HK, they came out with, the lower, that like skirt bottom, than the ears. But instead of using a JT frame, they actually made these like weird AI goggle frames. This one's actually not bad. I actually really like this. I kind of wish they would actually just to make this as a goggle. I think it looks cool. It's a little bit of an odd choice, though, because it kind of makes it maybe a little bit confusing for consumers as they're like, what the hell is that thing? And what the hell is this? And I don't know. But I really like how, we're getting all this cool JT stuff. Anyway, happy for Paintball Fit. Let's just talk about Paintball Fit. We have some highlights. I have like 4 windows open exactly for this live stream. So let me open this other window. And if you guys experience any type of, dude, I do not know what's going on with our computer and live streaming. We're having all kinds of crazy problems right now that I thought I kind of fixed. So let me know in the chat if we're having any type of weird lag problems or anything, because I am seeing like 100% processor usage at the moment. But I was trying to figure out, I have like 15 highlights and some kind of weird stuff that happened at the tournament that we will go over. Let's switch to this, and then we'll open up the finals, and let me put my headphones on so I can hear. So this is the finals. What is happening? Hold on. Why do I not hear? Do you guys hear the audio? Probably not. You guys probably hear what I hear. There we go. Okay, so let's start this over again. So what we're watching here is the finals from NXL World Cup that concluded on Sunday. And in the finals, you can see up there in the top right, Edmonton Impact versus Paintball Fit. And we'll let this play out a little bit. These are some highlights, a little bit of highlights. How we can see this first point. This is actually, I forgot about that. This is the first point in that actual finals match. Let's turn this audio up a little bit.
I like the fact that Nick Laval swung to
this is obviously we can see we're already like 4 minutes into this point. This is just a highlight from that first point. That's really about all that happened in that first point. But it actually ended up, this first match actually ended up going not into overtime. The match went into overtime, but they actually ended up calling a penalty over there in the first point and ended up taking it, or ended up making that first point a wash. I'm kind of confused by that. I think that it was a major during a one-on-one. I'm not really sure how that works, but it ended up being a no point. And then we go into the second point with the score still 0-0, and a lot of time burned off the clock, right? I mean, look at the time. A whole 5 minutes has been burned off the clock, and it's still technically 0-0.
5-on-3 advantage for Impact.
We'll see what happens in this third point. And you can see that they're just going really slow. I mean, it's still literally 0-0, and there's 4.5 minutes left.
Great job by Brandon Cornell. You know, he got stung. Lesson learned.
Paintball Fit ended up conceding that second point because they were so far up on bodies, or Impact were so far up on bodies. And then I'm gonna skip forward. We're gonna skip forward a little bit. So this is the start of the third point, or really the fourth point, because they washed that very first one. So it's 2-0. And really right here, you know, obviously if you're down 2-0 and there's only a minute left, you're really going to have to push and be very aggressive. And it's not something that I think we've seen come out of Paintball Fit. I mean, obviously PB Fit have athletic players, just as like every, you know, professional team in the league. But, you know, they're not really known for that speed. More known for maybe shooting guys off the break.
Right now. They did lose Chavez, but they do get Colt past the 50-yard line, and here comes Mason. Mason's hunting as another body drop for Edmonton Impact. Impact trying to hold the line. Mason gets chopped to pieces.
Almost. We got Mike Urena in that back center.
Oh, that's a penalty on back center. That's major.
Urena hits him.
Yeah, that was. I was watching that, and I kind of thought that was a penalty as well. Real time, we can see Mike Urena looks over here, looks straight over the snake side, and I think that's Colt over on that snake side, shoots him right there. Actually, a perfect timing on that pause. But shoots him right in that forearm. You can see that hit still there.
Comes Colt.
And Mike, I think he's shooting his gun right now, full on playing, and
major.
I don't know. He doesn't shoot anyone, I don't think, and it kind of, whatever, doesn't really matter, but I think in a lot of positions there, that penalty probably will get called. And here's the very conclusion. Obviously, I kind of like this dunking on whoever this is.
Wow. But the bodies are dropping. There's only nobody left alive. And
2-1. And then with moments left, PB Fit shoots some guys off the break, and then this is their last point to tie it up and go 2-2 tied and force it into overtime. And then we'll fast forward a little bit again through overtime because, guys get to their bunkers and they just shoot a bunch.
So Cyrus is on that lane. This is the shot right here. Can Chavez get the shot? Or sorry, does Cyrus? Oh, Cyrus gets the shot on Justin Cornell.
Oh, wow, this is it right here.
That might be,
yeah, you could feel it even in the match that was pretty much the time.
Because now they have a 5-on-3 situation.
Regardless.
Oh, and they get the shot in on Mike Arena, so
there's a bunch of skipping around in this too, so this is not even close to the full match. Last time we did this, Go Sports gave me a copyright strike, or should I say Major League Paintball gave me a copyright strike. And so let's hope they don't do that again.
Player left alive, it's Nick Laval, and PB Fit is going to have this miraculous victory here at the World Cup.
There it is, kids.
Fantastic.
Wow,
this is kind of a crazy thing to happen, right? I'll lower the audio here and I'm going to talk over this. It's kind of crazy. So I did a little bit of quick research, and since the NXL's inception, there have been 43 tournaments, 43 major tournaments. Impact have actually won 13. Dynasty have won 12. Houston Heat have won 6. Red Legion have won 5. Damage have only won 3. X Factor have actually only won 2. The Ironman won a single tournament. Infamous, surprisingly, has only won 1. And this is really since the middle of 2015, so almost 10 years time span. We've really just kind of had Dynasty and Impact on the top. So Paintball Fit, just being able to win an entire tournament is a hell of an achievement. Because if you think about it, right, like all of these teams, Impact, Dynasty, Heat, Red Legion, Damage, they've been around for a very, very, very long time. So to have any of like a new team be able to break in, it's just really something, right? I mean, it really says something about like Paintball Fit's maybe dedication, their hard work, their teamwork. I mean, we know that they play probably more than anyone. I mean, Red Legion this last few years have definitely stepped up this year. And I think it's just because they're playing so much more paintball, just as Paintball Fit is. So really all that hard work has certainly started to show off or pay dividends, we'll say. It's the first time we've had a rookie team win a tournament since 2001. 24 years ago, it's always confusing with 2001. 23 years ago, we had Dynasty win the 10-man NPPL tournament at World Cup as well. I think that was Dynasty's first win. Didn't research that. I'm just winging it there. But I think that they won in 2001 at World Cup, their rookie year. So it's been a long, long time. And honestly, maybe only the second time that's happened. I don't think a rookie team won in 2000. They definitely didn't in 99. They definitely did it in 98 and 97 and 96. We could probably go all the way back. So it's maybe only happened 2 other occasions, or 2 times total, we'll say, that rookie teams have won. So it's really kind of wild. And you could say that in any professional sport, right? It was like in the NHL. When the NHL expanded into Las Vegas, they had the Golden Knights, right? That's their full name, right? The Golden Knights. And then their rookie, expansion year, the first time they were a team, they won the Stanley Cup. But it's a little bit different. All the Paintball Fit guys, it's their first year playing pro, right? Whereas, those NHL guys, they'd been on professional teams before. So it's really kind of cool, and I think should give, hope to people, right? I mean, you can do it, right? I mean, we've looked for so long at, these old guys playing in the professional division still and winning tournaments, right? Like Dynasty's full of a bunch of old guys. Impact's full of a bunch of old guys. Heat's a bunch of old guys. So it's really neat and really refreshing to see these newer teams like Paintball Fit and even like Blast Camp. Blast Camp also did really well at World Cup. So it's really nice to see. I like it a lot. It's really cool to see Cyrus Geringer. Cyrus, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, won the Golden Barrel for them. And crazy enough, Cyrus has only been playing paintball since, or no, he said he played his first tournament in 2020. That's crazy. So, and I believe that's when he started playing paintball. I watched, what did I watch? I was watching PTG just right before this, and he's actually a guest on that. So they put him, I think they did that interview this morning, and I mean, it's just fantastic. Just a crazy thing. Imagine doing anything for 2 years and you've already reached like the pinnacle top. You know, imagine winning the NBA Finals and the NBA Finals MVP all in 1 year. It's quite impressive. So hats off to Paintball Fit. I look forward to watching more. And also Cyrus. I mean, great job, dude. Really, really fun. And then in the WNXL, we had the Heroines taking first place. Dallas Vibe came in second, and they actually had a very good finals match as well. So if you are a member of, you know, Paintball Access, not Paintball Access, I was going to say Go Sports. And then I meant to say Major League Paintball Plus. But if you have, you know, an account over there, I would go watch. I mean, they're very good. The finals were good. And these women, honestly, are getting way, way better. You know, if you asked me like 10 years ago, I was like, dude, women, like most of the women are just terrible at paintball. They're just bad. And it's kind of because there's just not a lot of them playing, right? So you're like, oh, I know 2 ladies who play paintball. So if you only know 2, I mean, what are the odds they're going to be really good? Probably not high. And now there's so many more women playing that, you know, the women aren't actually that bad. You know, I don't think, you know, we'll probably see them playing pro. A whole entire women's team will probably not be playing pro. But I don't know. I think give it a handful of years, once the programs kind of become a little better and once people get more experience. And I mean, I could easily see, honestly, one of the women's WNXL teams being like a middle of the pack, you know, even top 10 semi-pro team. I think that would be really cool. But speaking of semi-pro, we had the Royal City Sea Dogs taking first place. First place getting second place overall, though. Preferred Mob ended up in second, Leverage in third place, and the Jesters in fourth. But really what that means is that we're going to see Leverage playing in the professional division next year, as Leverage did get first in the semi-pro thing. Ben Lawton, dude, with super chats, my text is a little big. Pretty on. Okay. Would you say, when do you think we'll see the WNXL joining pro players, WNXL players joining pro teams? My money is on Jen being the first. I thought that was a Jen that I knew for a second, and I was like, why are we talking about her? Man, I don't know. That I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, you know, what's weird about paintball is like, it really kind of is like, I mean, it's not all just thinking, but a large portion of it is just like, you know, knowing what to do and doing it at the right time and, you know, whatever. And there's no question, obviously the women can do that just as good as dudes can, but there's like that little extra percentage where men are just faster. I mean, right? Your gun skills are just going to be faster. I mean, like, you know, her gun skills are not going to be as fast and as quick as most of the guys playing. But that's why I was like, I think that in like, you know, a handful of years, we'll kind of see women just getting better and better. I mean, obviously, physically, they probably aren't going to improve much more, you know. But that doesn't really matter. It's like I said, it's weird about paintball, right? Is that like, you know, we have guys like Colt Lukow. I mean, Colt is certainly not what we would call ourselves as an athlete. But, you know, they just won the goddamn pro tournament. So I don't know. You know, it's not like Colt's out there like going to the snake off the break or doing anything like physically impressive. But he's for sure faster, just snap shooting and stuff. fucking, it's just how it is. That's the same reason we don't see women in the NBA, you know. But I love it. I mean, I like watching them. I mean, even in these like last couple years, you can see a noticeable improvement. And who knows, you know, I could be completely wrong. And in 10 years, we could have the first. I want to see like an all women's team, though. I don't want to just see like one lady. It'd be so cool to see like the heroines play pro. I don't know. I think I kind of talked about everything. We can cover some highlights here in a minute. They said that the conditions were kind of crazy, and there were certainly a lot of injuries. We saw Spider Fusion from Brazil. They just got smoked by everybody, but they did score a point. You know, that was my one thing. I was like, if they can score a point, I think that they will be successful. So let's watch some highlights. Let's go back here. Let's open my highlight notes. Let's just close that. Let's go down here. So this is our first highlight. This was just weird. This was just a weird ass ending to a game. No, this is nothing crazy happened in this. This was just weird. Let me get rid of myself so we can see a little bit better. This was just weird. We have Jerry Caro for New York Extreme over on the right side. And I didn't even talk about Extreme. Extreme's getting relegated. Not that that was surprising maybe to a lot of people. This is just a very weird ending. Jerry gets a really good shot on this guy, though. He misses his shot right there, though, unfortunately. But he's able to shoot him in the foot. And then, I don't know what is going on there. What is happening? Like, I don't know. He's just like, I'll just look this way. And he's like, what are you doing? Shoot. I don't know what that was all about. That was just weird. I don't know what the hell happened there. I was watching that live. Fuck. Well, I watched all of these live. That's why there might be highlights in the tournament that we're not going to cover. And that's because I didn't watch it. You know, most of these are all, actually, like I said, all of these are stuff that I watched. So, like, I didn't watch a ton of games the first day. That's why there's only one highlight. This next one, Impact Infamous, Brandon Cornell making a bunker move. I don't know. I can't read my notes. A bunker move. Okay. This is just cool. This is one of the things that I really like about the new layouts. You know, I've noticed that they're doing this a lot where they're kind of staggering the bunkers, right? You know, normally you have that snake beam, right? The snake beam's like this, and then they'd put the bunker right there. But now they're kind of moving them off and they're staggering them. So they'll put one like this and then the next one's away. So it makes it so you can, you know, zigzag in between and move a lot more on the field. Just like Brandon is here, right? How he can crawl in between those beams and crawl in between, crawl in between the beam and that Dorito. And I feel like Sam Sealberg, he might think he's there. I feel like he maybe thinks he's there. I just really like this because they just wait and wait for a while.
3-on-3 now. Impact with 2 on the top side.
Eventually, Brandon gets up and shoots him. And he's like, he's kind of just waiting and waiting. Kind of probably, he knows he's there now. That's for sure. Brandon's still not sure what to do. He's like, what is he doing? He knows he's there, looking around.
In like a kind of attacking bulldog situation. I'm not sure that I like him as the quarterback.
It's just so long. Eventually, like right now. Any moment now. Here we go. He just didn't stay alive. He just gets shot right here. I guess he probably couldn't have done anything really from that spot if the snake was hot. I just really like that. I like the sneaking around. I like the crawling around. I like the craftiness. That's what I always liked about 7-Man. I feel that in 7-Man we could have done that a little bit more. And this is just a good bunker run, good move by Archie Montemayor. of San Diego Dynasty. And he looked like perfect when he ran through there. Not like perfect. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Archie still untouched. He continues his attack. Nice little 2-pack to close.
Yeah, just good. You know, winning a point. Again, Blastcamp. I thought Blastcamp did well. That's probably like the least exciting highlight. Blastcamp in Dynasty again. And this is not necessarily a highlight. This happens every single play. And I'm going to take my head off. I actually edited this a little bit, so this will cut to a split screen here in a second. And the one thing that I think, you know, I just want to like maybe showcase is this is pro paintball. I mean, you know, I could get myself into this situation. You know, I could be Chris Shear. You know, I could work my way up there, right? And, you know, honestly, most of us probably could too. And you see that guy in back center. Chris Shear knows that guy's in back center. But this is something that I could not do. So you can see Shear knows he's there. I don't think that the back center guy does not know he's there though. Or maybe he does and he just shifts off for just a moment. But then Shear comes back out and like this like single shot, just waiting and knowing perfectly where this guy's gonna come out. It's like, you know, to be fair, I'm not making that shot 98% of the time, you know? I could be perfectly lined up like that, bam, and I'm not making that. I don't know. I'm probably not going to do it. And that just kind of shows, I think, pro paintball and just how good these guys' shots are, how accurate they are, how well they know their shots, and just kind of how good everybody is. And this is every single point, too. It's not like, you know, this is just some one-off. It's just that this is a very good angle to kind of show that. Yep. Impact, infamous Jonah Jamrose. Infamous snake play. Yeah, this is good. He does a really good job. Jonah's really good. I mean, Infamous not doing so great, but Jonah's probably their best player.
Looks like Infamous is just going to hold margin here.
Let's listen to the commentary.
Oh, nobody told Jonah.
Let's watch it again.
Here. Impact's not. Looks like Infamous is just going to hold margin here. Impact's not looking to score another point. Oh, nobody told.
It also makes it really good. They see how they stagger the bunker size too. It's like bigger, smaller, smaller. It also makes it a lot easier to move down the snake.
Jonah.
One-hander. Cool.
I don't know if Jonah knows that center wing is hot.
Oh, they're going to get that kill.
Smoked.
And they could score one.
So he shoots 3 guys, but then that wing does shoot him.
This last kill, this time we got 21 seconds.
Just great, just great.
They could,
two bodies.
Ryan Rodarte ends up, Infamous end up getting that point.
Snapshot on Zoo, but Ryan Rodarte.
Oh, Ryan Rodarte with a nice little 2-pack. Hey, that's.
I apologize for not my audio. I'm not going to apologize for my audio. I apologize for the Major League Paintball audio. It might not be the best. I thought about fixing it all, but I didn't. I don't know why they don't just run a compressor like we're doing right now. Damage, Aftermath in the Rain Man with a good snake move. Rainy from Tampa Bay Damage.
Oh, Rainy in a very close snapshot battle with just more.
Rainy's another one of those guys, right? I mean, Rainy's like Colt, right? I was saying, like, you don't have to be crazy, crazy athletic. And I'm not saying those guys are unathletic. They're just not prototypical athletes, right? Rainy's not that. Rainy's super skinny. You don't see him as, like, muscular or strong or anything, but, like, insane at paintball, right? I mean, like, insane.
I can't see him a little blocked out from the can.
That shows Rainey's confidence there because he doesn't have to gunfight with this guy. He just
John Jackson.
Well, typically, if this was a younger up-and-coming pro player and not a legend Hall of Famer, I'd say, why are you gunfighting?
Yep.
But then he does things like this, and that's why he's paintball famous. So he runs.
He tried to step on the bunker, though, and see his foot slip off the bunker.
But then he does.
It worked
Hall
out.
of Famer, I'd say, why are you gunfighting?
Yep.
But then he does things like this, and that's why he's paintball famous. So he
Yeah.
runs the inside highway route
And makes it alive.
and dunks on Morris and stays alive. And that's why you pay Rainey Stanzik.
Take notes,
Do,
guys.
do, do, do.
Only 2 bodies left against 3 bodies on damage. I think it's Woodruff in the snake. Kind of trying to assess.
So, I thought for a second he was going to run the highway.
I think Rainey shoots him, or does he just get
Like
bunkered
that.
right here? I'm wondering why I kept this highlight so long. I'm waiting for something to happen. I think he just gets bunkered, yeah.
Yeah, Woodruff is going to be able to run the highway, but it cost him his body, so good overwatch.
Yeah, that one was okay. Okay, Blast Camp Tauntauns, and this is, what's his name from the Tauntauns? I think is Hugo from the Tauntauns. Looks a lot like Axel God did because they are like 4'6", and they both wear the same blue beanie.
This double stack of bodies worked out real nice for him. The Tauntauns are just having survivability problems.
I like this. How he's all these guys are going to be lined up for him.
Can get there. Yeah, they don't know he's there. He's going to get one.
I don't know who he shoots first. Does he shoot the back guy first? Yeah. Because he kind of turrets like this. He's kind of like...
Perfect. He shot the player of the wedge first before.
That's
Yeah, the wedge,
last
okay.
time. So he learned his lesson.
And these guys have no clue what just happened in the middle, but they let him fill.
Oh no, it was Hugo.
Tauntauns
Shoots that
let
guy
him
in the
fill,
pack.
So
He doesn't
that's on
shoot the
them.
corner guy. He doesn't
Corner guy
shoot the
left for
snake corner
Blast
guy, but
This is going on.
just another good move, you know, shooting 3 guys. He didn't shoot that corner guy. Someone else shot that corner guy. Infamous AC Diesel. This is when it gets crazy, guys. So there's some crazy ones in here. This is overshooting Snakeside, Zach Patient, and Alex Goldman. So these guys have been on teams before. These 2 players, Alex Goldman and Zach Patient, are very familiar with each other.
They gave it a shot. Patient trying to call his.
Let's, we're going to do this. I'm going to turn the audio up a little bit.
And trying to call his.
Zach gets one.
This one you guys have probably seen if you've been on the internet.
So he gets one, and Zach's still going to make something happen, but he's still looking at a decent amount of bodies here.
Yeah, that's a solid trade right there, though. I'll go back.
Something happen, but he's still looking at a decent amount of bodies here. He's going to trade out
Gets
in the
2.
snake.
A little bit of shooting. It's a little bit of after shoot. I'll play this whole thing out, then we'll rewind
He's gonna
it.
Trade out
Gets
in the
2.
snake with Goldman.
I cropped in on this one, too, I think.
Bunch of extra bonus balls. Ooh, little bit of a little shoulder check here.
Clint Johnson bonus ball on him.
Oh, no, not
waving
this
at him.
one.
Zach not like.
Extra bonus balls. Ooh, he's here. He's going to.
Oh, yeah, I did. So they just shoot each other a bunch. It's not super crazy, I guess.
Clint Johnson
But Zach
bonus-
Patient, what's
bunch of
crazy to
extra
me is
bonus
just how much
balls.
Zach gets shot. Dude, because, like, look at Mouse stand up, right? And no one shoots Mouse again.Maybe a couple times, but look at all the paint. Look at all the paint breaking off Patient. It was just kind of paint on Patient.
Out of bodies here. He's going to trade out.
But look at his back. He just gets riddled. The whole time he's standing here, he's getting shot pretty much.
Gets
Shot,
Snake
shot,
with
shot,
Goldman.
getting shot, getting shot, getting shot,
Bunch of
getting
extra
shot.
bonus balls. Ooh, little bit of a.
Now he's getting shot again,
shoulder
getting
check
shot.
here.
It's
Clint
crazy.
Johnson bonus ball.
I don't think I've seen anybody on the sidelines get shot
Bunch of
that
extra
much.
Bonus balls. Ooh, little
Like all this paint all over him. And
bit of a.
we can't see his back either, really. But that's just the side and front, and he's got it all over his face.
Waving at him.
Here it is
Zach
again,
not liking
zoomed
that
in a
too
little
much.
bit.
Understandable.
Bodies here. He's going to trade out.
Gets
In the
2.
Just
snake
look
with
at this.
Goldman. Bunch of extra bonus balls. Ooh, little bit of a little shoulder check here.
Clint Johnson.
They gave it a shot.
They
Patient
do,
trying
like
to
I said, they know each other. They've played on the same team before. I think Zach Patient and Alex Goldman were both on Infamous at the time. I mean, I could be a little bit confusing. But there was lots of overshooting at this one. Tyler was like, was there drama? Well, there's a little bit more. There's some more drama stuff that happens. This is Mike Urena. This is a Mike Urena highlight from the Dynasty Impact final. Not final, I should say.
Mikey.
quarterfinals.
He gets the clean run. Does he stay alive? He does. Here comes
Just a great move. And I remember
Mikey.
his gun
Figured it
going,
out.
throwing his
Gets
gun's
There
funny.
it goes. Here
I
comes
just liked
Mikey.
him tossing
Figured
his
it
gun
out.
like that.
He gets the clean run.
mean, he
Does
didn't
stay
toss
alive?
it on
He does. Here comes
purpose.
the desperation run from Ryan Greenspan all the way to coast
Great move.
And then
Able to smoke him up right there.
because he didn't know Mikey was still alive. Here comes Chris Shearer. He's going to try to make something happen, but Urina's still alive.
So cool.
Greenspan a little slow to get up, but the referee's going to track him down. It looks like it's rub off of Urina, and another point here for Edmonton Impact after burning some clock off.
Yep.
Give him
I really
comes
like
the
that
desperation run.
shooting
All the way to
Greenspan on the
coast-to-coast
ground
move.
like this. Like when he's on the ground.
And then gets
Love it.
smoked
So
by
cool.
Mikey, though, because he didn't know Mikey was still alive. Here comes
Like,
Chris Shearer. He's going to
just laying on the ground.
try to make
God
something
damn it.
happen, but Urina's still alive.
Okay, here's another crazy one. BJ Henningberg shoulder checks Cyrus, sorta. Not really. Fucking stupid.
The home field.
I mean, he's doing a great job of holding him off.
Here comes.
So here's full speed, and then I'm pretty sure. Yep, and then we. Oh my God, what'd I do though? I don't know what happened there, but it looks like yeah.
Home field.
So full size, and then we got like a cropped in one.
I mean, he's doing a great job of holding him off.
Here comes Cyrus the Virus. Cyrus.
Cyrus.
And BJ gives him
BJ's
a
a little bit of-
shoulder.
Little
Wow.
shoulder check. So Cyrus, a bonus balls BJ draws the physical contact, and a major penalty going to be
That was a
assessed.
mistake. That was a big miss.
Draws the physical balls BJ draws the physical contact, and
Yeah.
a major penalty going to be
That was a
assessed.
mistake. That was a big mental mistake right there. Cyrus made him do that. The home field.
I don't know what I did
He's doing a
here,
great job of holding him
but
off.
there it
Here
is.
comes Cyrus the Virus.
So he shoots him a bunch, right? So this is the finals, guys. No, it's not. Take that back. This is like the quarterfinals or whatever.
Oh,
He definitely shoots him a bunch, but it's not like super crazy. I mean, he's also getting shot from like the inside, I think. Someone from the inside's also shooting him.
Cyrus.
I don't know. I mean, they're like, he shoulder checked him.
Oh,
I think he might have. So I'll break it down. Here's what I think happened. He obviously bunkered him, and then he shoots him a bunch, and then Cyrus sees him get up and run, right? So Cyrus sees him right there, and I think that he could obviously get out of the way, but he kind of slows down just a smidgen. See how he kind of like, there's a little bit of a hiccup, and I think that's all to get BJ to run into him.
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Oh,
You know, he
BJ
kind of
is-
like, he kind of stands there kind of weird.
Cyrus.
So they actually gave BJ a major penalty for that, for physical contact. But obviously it's a little bit hard to see for us because this is the very edge of the frame. You know, like I said, I zoomed in. So,
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
you know, we don't really see all that much. There's probably a better video of that. Like some, I don't know. I bet somebody like on Instagram, like Verbal or, you know, one of those guys, the media guys probably have a little better of a shot on that. But this was probably the biggest thing, I would say, drama-wise that happened. Paintball Fit and AC Diesel again. And I don't know. You know, I think that AC Diesel, Clint Johnson plays with a bit of an attitude, a little bit of a like a fuck these guys, I'm kind of pissed off kind of attitude, which I don't mind. You know, there's a time and a place for it, and this is that place. Yeah. So let's watch this.
Interesting. It looks like Clint Johnson's going to go and cut through the highway and catch Colt sleeping. He blasts Colt's back.
Fucking crazy, dude. I mean, you guys want to talk about like overshooting and like paintball's a bunch of soft people now. I mean, like, look at this.
And catch Colt sleeping. He blasts Colt's back. And he gives him some extra.
I'd be fucking pissed if someone did that. Dude, I'd be pissed. Just like it, like he probably shoots him in the
And
side
catch
first,
Colt's
and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna
sleeping.
shoot you in the head once, twice, 3, 4." You know,
Colt's back.
look, he's got hits all over his face, and those are on this side, and then he ran around. It's like, I don't know.
And he gives him some extra here. That's going to be a penalty on Colt. Or sorry, on Clint, though. No, they're going to pull Clint Johnson out.
Clint hits the referee. Clint just hit the referee.
Clint hit the
Red
referee?
flag.
Oh my God, Clint, what are you doing? You cannot hit the referees. Makes a beautiful move and dices up. Colt almost spun on him. He put a ton of extra bonus balls. It's definitely get a bit lawless out here.
Everyone's super supportive of Clint Johnson's.
I like Clint Johnson. One of the things I noticed about Clint Johnson in this tournament, he doesn't really bend his legs that much when he walks.
Out here.
See how his legs are like really like, you know, like see how his legs bent? His back leg is still bent. I'm like, man, mine's really straight, I think, when I walk. I don't know.
Everyone's super supportive of Clint Johnson's
It's got that cowboy walk.
move there with the referee, supporting the program there. Clint might have made
Lots of boos. I love it, dude. The grandstands, I liked it. The finals were really cool, too.
a little bit of a
Because
mistake
Paintball
there.
Fit had so many
Interesting to see how this
fans.
comes out.
Well, they're probably going to, if you hit, sure that
Clint hits.
Okay. So here we go. Here's a slow-mo of what happened. And then we'll break that down a little bit more. Because obviously I think that, you know, overshooting people happens. You know, he didn't like, it wasn't super crazy. So most of that drama and most of the craziness comes just from this right here. And I don't blame Clinton Johnson for this at all.
Or sorry, on Clint, though.
See, because like,
No, they're going to pull Clint Johnson
Oh,
out.
Clint hits the referee. Clint just hit the referee.
Clint hit the
Red flag.
referee. Oh my God! To make this one interesting.
no problem at all with what happened. Because all that happened, I mean, you know, it's like, let's go back to like running. Because all that happens is he's running to the buzzer and he hits the buzzer and the ref's like right there. And the ref's like kind of
No, they're going
putting his hand up to stop him. And he just puts his hand on his chest and, you know, Clint's all jacked up and emotional and excited. And, you know, if someone did that to you and you were in this same situation, you'd probably just smash their hand out of the way too. And that's all that happened.
Clint
You
Johnson
know,
out.
Oh, Clint hits the referee.
it's not like he did it to hurt him. He just smashed his hand away. So it's like, obviously, you know,
Clint Johnson.
I think you can't do that. You obviously can't make physical contact with the referees in any sport. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like, you know, like the referees can't make contact with the players either. So it's not like they did it intentionally to either of them. He just kind of, the ref was sort of just standing there and he just kind of bumped into each other.
Clint hits the referee.
But I don't really remember actually even what happened in there. I'm not 100% sure Clint got a penalty or what went down. But yeah, you just can't push people. So you definitely can't do that. But, you know, it's not like you attacked the ref. Because I heard it and I was like, oh, Clint pushed the referee. And I was like, holy shit. I thought like, oh, God, like there's a fight. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's not, you know, it's not as crazy. But you definitely can't do that either way, you know. So he should get in trouble, but, you know, if it happens again like that, it's kind of like, you know, fucking, what do you want guys to do? Then we have a couple of funky plays. We have a few, like, I don't know, weird things that happened. The first one is Ryan throws a pod. This is Chris Shear. I think we're going to see Chris Shear.
Spot. Oh, and then with the,
Or no,
yeah,
that's
with the
Greenspan
move on
right
the top.
there. With a good move, too.
Had crawled up, but then I think he figured out that Harrison is still in that spot. Oh, and then with the Greenspan with the move on the top side gets in that Dorito side 50 and makes Arena pay. That does open up the door here on the offense for San Diego Dynasty as we're getting close to that 3-minute mark.
4-on-4 here. Let's see if Dynasty can get another body as this
Brandon Cornell launches to take out Ryan Greenspan. Does he get him?
So you can kind of see what happens here.
Brandon Cornell launches.
So you can see Brandon Cornell goes to shoot Greenspan, and then I don't know. I guess Chris Shear, you can see Chris Shear right there in the back on the left. Chris Shear comes out to shoot Cornell, but I'm assuming that Chris Shear thinks that Greenspan is also shot. That's why he went forward, because, you know, it's most likely they traded. And now they trade, or no, maybe, you know, Ryan shoots him first.
Brandon Cornell launches to take out Ryan Greenspan. Does he get him?
Yeah, Greenspan definitely shoots him first, so he's still alive. And then Chris Shear
Oh, no,
shoots him in the
double body running
side.
down. Brandon Cornell launches to take out Ryan Greenspan. Does he get him? They trade. Oh, no. Double
Bam.
body running down. I think Chris Shear and Greenspan get taken out. Ryan's
he got
asking
him
for a
both.
Throws
penalty.
his
He's
pod
throwing
at
pods.
him.
Don't be throwing stuff.
No, he threw a pod at Chris Shear. Ryan Greenspan just chucked what paintball's.
Ryan's
he got
asking
him
for a
both.
penalty. He's throwing pods. Don't be throwing stuff.
No,
Yeah, I don't know how that works because that's technically a penalty, right?
Greenspan
If you did that to another player,
get taken out.
like if he threw his pod at Brandon right there, he'd definitely gotten a penalty. But since it's your own team, it's kind of like it's
Asking for a
like
penalty. He's throwing pods.
a
Don't be
little
throwing stuff.
no, he threw a
confusing.
pod at Chris.
So yeah, definitely sucks because he shot him right there in the elbow, on his right elbow. There's a little, you can see that mark now.
Oh, double body running down. I think Chris Shear and Green.
22, and this is Stetzel for Infamous. You can see, or no, for X Factor. I'm sorry. You can see him right there,
Division. They usually will lose this gunfight. Here,
and
lose these low body.
Yeah, they'll
he just didn't know that guy was
force
there.
themselves to make a bad decision, right? Pick a bad gunfight, that kind of thing.
He just
Oh,
snuck up on him a little bit. 23 is going to be, a collision in the snake.
ML King.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Right behind Kaea to put himself in a better position to protect him, but he gets clipped cross field, so advantage impact.
It's a tough bunker to stay alive in, but his move out there was amazing.
Cornell going to risk it. Went down low to avoid getting shot from that D3 position, and now he's right on the other side. Did not.
This
touch
was
the
pretty
bunker to
gnarly,
telegraph his
actually.
Position. Perfect job by JC so far, and he's got Laval behind him.
Now it's 4-1.
There's some good clips on this online for sure. I've seen this online. Bam! Look at that barrel. Wham! Poof. I don't know 100% if he shot his gun right there, though, or not. Like, into his neck.
Oh, and he stabs him right in the face with his barrel. Oh, and he stabs him right.
I
in
mean,
the
that's why
face
we
with
got
his
chin straps,
barrel.
though, dudes.
It was Kaea, so Kaea.
Now it's 4-1.
We'll watch it one more time.
Oh, and he
Okay, those are all the freaking highlights. Those are all the clips I've got. That's all paintball stuff. Let's see. We covered almost everything that happened at World Cup. Let's switch back. I'm going to make sure I actually talked about everything I noted down. Yep, we talked about, all the teams that won. It's crazy that it's the first rookie team to win since Dynasty won in 2001. That's crazy. Congrats to Cyrus Geringer for winning that golden barrel. We have Leverage moving up into the Pro Division. We have the New York Extreme getting relegated. I don't know what New York Extreme is going to do. I don't know if they're going to play semi-pro or what's going to happen. Thomas Taylor for sure is not going to play semi-pro. We know that for sure. Spider Fusion scored a point. And here's just, let's look at, this is just a clip. I don't know, I have this saved, so we might as well, oh man, never mind. That is a angle that don't really want to watch, but you can see how much freaking Zach Patient right there getting smoked down. I like it. I mean, I know a lot of you guys and a lot of people are like complaining and like say like, oh, I don't like the overshooting, and like, dude, I like it. I mean, to be fair, like, it's just more interesting. I want guys to not like each other. I want guys to like talk shit on the sidelines and like in the middle of games, like get into it with each other. And like, I want there to be rivalries, and, I'm okay with it. I don't want like, hatred toward each other, really, because we're still all just a small, community. So I don't know, but I like it. I find it more interesting because it's kind of like, it just makes it more interesting. I mean, it's helpful to keep interest. Opinion, I don't know, we're not talking about JT. Let's go Leverage. Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know a ton about Leverage. I mean, we're every single time this happens, right? You know, every single time a new pro team comes in, they don't do well. I mean, historically, they just don't do as well because they're a newer team. They don't have the experience, and they have to go against teams like Dynasty and Impact and, you know, Houston Heat, guys that have been playing professionally for 20-something years. So it's just very, very difficult. That's why, you know, Paintball Fit coming in and actually winning their first year is so goddamn impressive. And we knew Paintball Fit were going to be good, though, right? I mean, Paintball Fit were undefeated. They won every single semi-pro tournament last year. All of them. They won 5 in a row, right? And Leverage has not done that. So Leverage will not be as good as Paintball Fit. I highly doubt we'll see that, like, I don't know, you know, performance from Leverage. It's not going to be, it's highly unlikely it'll be that way. And we just did that whole crazy long thing. So if you like this, you know, maybe give the live stream an actual like. You know, hit the like button. It very is helpful. I know there's some other guys doing a live stream right now. Let's check in on them. I kind of normally watch this one. The Mission Accomplished We Won World Cup live stream. Wrecking Crew was Dustin Leverage. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know anything about semi-pro. It's like, you ask me about semi-pro, and I'm like, yep. No jack shit about semi-pro. No idea. Ben says my local team is Preferred Mob. They got second, right? Yep. Ended up taking Sea Dogs to the finals for sure. Yeah, Preferred Mob did really well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't know anything about semi-pro. Andrew, do you think Fit could be the new top team like Dynasty and Houston Heat for the upcoming years? I don't see why not, honestly. You know, I think that just watching, like we just watched the PTG Play the Game podcast where Cyrus from Paintball Fit was a guest, and I don't see why not. I mean, straight up, like, I mean, one of the things that makes people good at any sport is practice, right? I mean, you need time. You have to play a bunch, and Paintball Fit plays a lot of paintball, and I don't see why there's no reason, or there isn't a reason why they can't catch up and be, honestly, just as good as, you know, all these top high tier pro teams, like you said, like Houston Heat and Dynasty, for sure. And it's the same thing we've seen with Red Legion. I mean, Red Legion obviously have been very good for a long time, but they weren't for a few years there and then picked up playing more. Red Legion have been playing so much paintball, just like Paintball Fit, that they're just better. You know, I mean, if you play 5 times more than everybody else, you're getting 5 times the amount of practice. You might not be 5 times better, but, you know, at least you're setting yourself up to be better. Jose, Leverage and Wrecking Crew practiced a lot at Quick Shot Paintball in New Jersey. I was kind of wondering where Leverage practiced. New Jersey? That's what I was curious about. Sprite, I've heard claims people saying Fit winning in the dawn is the dawn of a new era. Dynasty things having dominated and keeping the same players, just rotating them. Kind of, though. I mean, pro paintball has kind of just been rotating players. There's been a lot of, you know, the same guys on those top teams. Whether Paintball Fit can continue, I don't know. But I think every team kind of can. That's what I was saying. I said earlier in the live stream, is that Paintball Fit kind of shows that you can do it, right? I mean, it's never been done before other than Dynasty. You know, Dynasty's the only team that's come into the professional division and do well and win a tournament right away. I don't think they're going to be as dominant as Dynasty. I mean, Dynasty was goddamn ridiculous when they started. I mean, they won like every goddamn tournament they played for like 7 years. That probably won't happen. But if Paintball Fit can like be in that top 5, I don't see why not. Top 5, top 6, something like that. You know, why not? Some brains. I wonder if those streams have to clean up the HK, not see. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Ben Lawton, wonder if Wrecking Crew practices at Quickshot because leverage is there or actual proximity. I don't know. And it was something interesting Paintball Fit said is they don't ever practice pro teams. And I was like, thank you. I'm like, that's never made sense to me. Because you're just like giving these guys more experience. It's weird. It's very weird to play against other pro teams. I get it though, because it's difficult for them to find the competition. But I think you can probably play within yourselves even and do well. Just like Paintball Fit has done. I mean, they don't historically practice pro teams. Maybe they do, but just not on the on the layout or any whatever, something like that. DG, what do you guys think of the new Dragon? I'm thinking about getting one. I talked to Yosh today, which was a surreal experience. Let's look. Yeah, you can just call Field 1 and talk to Alex and Yosh. I don't know who's going to answer the phone. You know, I can't guarantee Alex or Yosh will answer, but they'll be there. It is kind of weird. I'm kind of paintball jaded. When I went to Field 1 to film the video a long time ago, before they even came out with a gun, it was weird. I mean, it wasn't weird at the moment, but it was weird. Like, you know, thinking about it later, I'm like, man, I grew up like watching these guys, but we're so close in age too. It's not like I was a little kid. The Dragon, I don't know. It's very subtle. I don't know. If you like the Force, get one. I kind of like the Force. I like how it's all metal. They probably have some of the best feeling triggers. I really, really like the trigger. How much? Whoa, dang it. How much are they? Is that 19? How much is the Force V2? Just the regular V2 Force? I actually don't even know. 1550. Ooh, damn, look at that purple one. Wow. It looks really good. Their Anno has always been legit, though. Anyway, the Force. We have some other, like, rando paintball topics we can actually talk about here as well. Let's see. What do I have in my notes? We can kind of talk about... I don't want the music to open, though. Please do not open music. Close freaking music. Music exit. This came out. Right
in front of them.
Dude, I gotta really figure out this freaking lag thing and like what is like computer just runs like shit now for like no reason. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the hell has happened. I really don't want to have to like reinstall everything. I might get to the point where I'll just reinstall the OS and clean install everything. What the hell am I doing? We are looking at the GTX, the MacDev GTX, and I actually kind of like it. You know, kind of off and on about MacDev, most of the time off. I shouldn't even say on and off, mostly off. I don't think I've ever been on. The MacDev GTX is $1,500, which is kind of cool. I mean, we just looked at a $1,900 Force. So it's kind of cool that they're cheaper in price. You know, I kind of said the same thing about the Die MXR. I was going to call it the RMX because that's the mask that just came out. The Die MXR. Yeah, I don't know. This is the GTX. There's a few colors. You're going to get a green, you get a clear, aka silver. There's a big ass screen on the side. There's a big new OLED screen that you can't see. It's not on right now in these pictures for some weird reason. I'd have probably turned a screen on so you knew it had a screen in the photos. You should have a screen in the side. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. It has a bolt system that's extraordinarily similar to the Gamma Core. This is someone on Reddit. I just jacked him off Reddit. Sorry, Reddit person. I appreciate you posting this, though. It's a bolt that's very, very similar to the Gamma Core. It still has USB charging. So it's pretty much the same gun as the GT2. It just has the Gamma Core, a new screen. And that's all. I don't really know that much about these things. You know, I'm not like a MacDev connoisseur. I've never sold a MacDev gun. That's not true. I have sold MacDev paintball guns in the past. Vesa mounts? How do you say that? Is it Vasa mount? I always say like Visa. I know that's not right, but I've never actually said it out loud. Brad, you are like a Will Ferrell character in real life. Really? That's good. I think that is a good thing. That's a compliment. Thank you. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Idle in front, CS3 in the back. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's kind of weird. I like how the grip looks in the front. I actually like the grip frame. It's probably actually really comfortable. I mean, really, the ergonomics are probably pretty good. The ergonomics have always been good on their guns, though. I've always liked the way they feel. I like the barrel. I like how it has those, like, cuts in the barrel. But the front of the barrel looks really odd. Doesn't it look, like, too small? It looks like they, like, shrunk down a Tippmann A5 barrel. Do I have an A5 barrel? Oh, maybe not an A5. Maybe they like, it looks like they like shrunk down the barrel on like a EMEC, the stock EMEC barrel. The front like little portion just looks like real small, real small. It just looks kind of weird. But it looks good. Yeah, it's not bad. MacDev. Who knows? Who knows if it shoots well or not? I will never know. I'm probably never going to touch one of those. I've never touched a GT, never going to touch a GT2. This also happened. Nope. Gotta go over here. I don't know. We talked about these iconic awards before. This is the newest version of the Paintball Hall of Fame, I guess. There's like an actual Paintball Hall of Fame. It's super confusing. Paintball Hall of Fame. So we got this Paintball Hall of Fame. No, you don't need that. There's the Hall of Icons. Here's another Paintball Hall of Fame. This is like one that's like from, I don't know, what the heck. Look, they even, like, May of 2024, I don't understand. There's this Paintball Hall of Fame, and then there's, like, the Hall of Icons, which is another. If we could just, like, come together as a paintball community, that would be great. Because there's not, like, 5 rock and roll Hall of Fames. Anyway. The Hall of Icons, a group focused on honoring the sport professional paintball's greatest players, is entering its 3rd year. After a very successful induction ceremony at the Summit Awards hosted by the NXL, you know, this is the one I'd consider the real Hall of Fame, I think. Summit Awards hosted by the NXL, the Hall of Icons by Ryan Greenspan and Quinn Nadeau is excited for another year. Oh, Ryan Greenspan is involved? Another year of voting to determine the next 10 inductees to the prestigious Hall of Icons. Led by a voting panel of judges with some of the deepest history and knowledge in the sport, we are proud to announce this year's judging panel for the 2025 class of nominees. These judges will vote to narrow down the field of nominees, determine the inductees for 2025. So these are your judges. Tom Cole, Matt Marshall, Alex Frazier, Todd Adamson, Adam Gardner, Billy Wing, Rich Telford, Anthony Vitale, Travis Slemansky, Anthony Ledbetter, John Dresser, and Todd Martinez. We'll come back to that. Ben with a super chat, though. Ben with Super Chats. I mean, Super Chats help fuel this whole goddamn thing. So if anybody else feels like giving Super Chats, go for it. Ben, what'd you say? New NXL location schedule for next year. You bet there is. We're going to talk about that literally right after this. I appreciate it, Ben. The nominees are going to be, look at all these people they're going to nominate. The nominees below represent some of the greatest professional paintball players in history. Nominees are formed through the managing committee of members of the Hall of Icons and voted by the judging panel. The major contributions towards nominees reflects their contributions as a professional player. Their overall impact on their teams and their legacy as a player. Oh my gosh, look at all these names. I was going to name them all off. We are not going to read all those lists. There's, how many people do they take every year? Did they say they took 10? Or the judges? The next 10 inductees. Some of these people, I don't think. AJ Lawhead? No way. JT Bouchard? No way. Junior Brown? No way. Sorry, Junior, I love you. Kenny Clamper? No way. Kevin Breathauer? Maybe. Kevin Jones? No. Lane Wright? Maybe. No. I mean, technically, if we're only inducting him as players. Dude, there are a lot of people on here. Greg Pauly? No way, dude. Like, why are some of these people even on here? Cole! With a $1.99 super chat, sir. What semi-pro team do you want to see go pro? Geez, I don't know. We always talk about that. I don't know anything about semi-pro. That's a bad question. That's actually a good question. I just cannot answer it. Well, I can, but not like, well. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care either way. I want the team that's going to do the best. And typically, that's the team that wins the most tournaments. So, or does the best. Let's go with Leverage. But they're already pros, so. I don't know, Cole. I'm sorry. I don't have a good answer for you. I wish I did. I can hurt your comment, though. I appreciate that. Let's go back to this. I want to see what other. See, I don't quite understand this. Like, it's about professional players, right? So it's the greatest professional players. Some of these guys I don't consider important, really, to be are as important as players. Like Greg Pauly. Like that one I don't quite understand. Like, Greg Pauly played for Vicious, I guess? Like, Jacko? He shouldn't be on there either. Or Trozen? I don't even know. I don't know who Jason Summers is. Rosie. Like, I don't know why Rosie's on there either. So he should make it. Richie Malachevsky should make it. I mean, he should probably go. Huh. Anyway. Malachevsky should go. Brandon Mayo. Crazy. Mag. Yeah, some of these guys probably do deserve to be obviously on this list. I mean, I think Alex Lindquist is probably deserving. Anyway, what are you guys talking about over here? Then we'll talk about World Cup. We'll talk about NXL 2025. New York Wrecking Crew. I don't know, It kind of is just the team I want to see do better, It's just like... Paintball Fit. I just want teams to do good. I don't know what's the point of going up if you're just going to get your shit pushed in the whole time. I mean, some people like that. I don't so much. New dates. I'm very happy that the NXL announced their dates because I do want to try to go to some tournaments this year. I don't know which tournaments, although unfortunately the closest one to me is in Texas. So 5 tournaments again next year. We're going back to Tampa Bay. I think the last time that paintball was in Tampa Bay was 2006, maybe 2007, when the National Professional Paintball League went to Tampa Bay's Raymond James Stadium, the same place that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. Eric, you're a fucking man. I will see you this Saturday. You goddamn bet. I don't even know if that's you asked. Brad, are you coming out the field Saturday? Yes, I am. I'll ask Mark to make us some papaya. I'll be there. You ask him, he makes it, I'll eat it. Yeah, this weekend, Capital Edge Paintball Park. Their anniversary. I will be there. Come say hi. Take a picture. It'll only be $10. I hit the wrong button. $20, not 10, don't worry. Tampa Bay Raymond James Stadium. Hell yeah, this weekend. I'm going to play paintball. I'm actually going to play paintball this weekend. Tampa Bay Raymond James Stadium. Yeah, it's just kind of cool that we're having another new, unique location. I like it. You know, it's you know, something that we definitely, I think, lack when the MPPL went away. The MPPL came, you know, and they had the Huntington Beach tournament, and they had a nice Las Vegas location on the Strip, and they played, you know, at the Tampa Bay Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. And all those really cool locations made paintball feel a little bit more elevated, maybe a little bit nicer than it actually was. So it's really nice to see that hopefully we start, you know, maybe trickling in, putting a little cool location here and there. You know, I want to go wherever the league is the most sustainable, though. Having those locations in the MPPL, like some brain said, Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, and Qualcomm in San Diego. I was trying to think of all the places that cool they went. I couldn't do it. It's just so expensive, you know? I mean, it wasn't sustainable for the league. So what I want is what's the most sustainable. And if we can, you know, go to one cool place every year, and the other places are still at, you know, random fields in the suburbs, I'm fine with that. I just want it to be sustainable. And you can also see here, it does say World Cup, and there is no location for World Cup, that 5th event. It is 100% going to be in Florida. Well, I shouldn't say 100%, but it's supposed to be in Florida. I don't know why there's actually no location. Maybe they haven't like finalized the location it's been at. I'm not really quite sure why there is no location. I kind of got excited and was hoping it was going to be in New York, but I don't think it's in New York. Cole says no more Florida. I'm pretty sure it's Florida. I think I've seen the NXL say it's in Florida. Maybe they're not going to Orlando. I don't know. World Cup used to be in New York. But obviously, we're going back to Texas, but this time in September, so hopefully we don't get as much rain in Texas. Also, Cincinnati, Ohio, which is really, really cool. I think that Ohio is kind of... Ohio certainly central-ish enough, so it can attract easy teams, can drive. I imagine... it's going to be fairly inexpensive. You know, hotels probably aren't going to be as much as they historically have been in Atlantic City. Atlantic City is going to be that second event, and they've moved it a little bit. So this time it should be a little bit cheaper for hotels and flights and stuff to Atlantic City. I think that that's one of the main reasons they've moved it away from the middle of the summer. DG, I'm pretty confident Florida still. I think that World Cup will still be in Florida. I don't think we're doing it anywhere crazy. Mainly that weather, too, you got to kind of think about it. If it's November 16th, it's going to have to be, somewhere warm. I mean, it's got to be it'd have to be Southern California. It'd have to be Southern California or Florida. You can do it in Vegas. Like right now, I mean, the real problem is also sunlight. You know, we got to think about the sun. But like right now in Vegas, it's probably like 65 or 60 degrees or something like that. But I don't know. I'm still hard on Florida. I think Florida still makes the most sense. It does kind of suck. There's two Florida events though. I kind of like it when they're separate, interesting locations. But I don't go. From last time, I'm not going to all the tournaments. I've never gone to all the tournaments. So Southern Florida would best probably for sunlight. I know I was thinking that too. I was like, we get a little bit further down. Or we go to Mexico City. That would be cool. Mexico City. Maybe we could go to like Guadalajara. The Guadalajara Open. Dude, that would be so cool. No one would go though. We'd have like 8 teams. Ben, if it ended up in California, I'd be a gradual East Coast to West Coast. It'd be a gradual East Coast to West. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Oh, I'd love Cancun or some shit. That'd be awesome. No one would go. I always wanted to go to the ICPL, right? Is it the ICPL? The ICPL has their like Cancun thing, right? They have that too. There's also the MXL. I've liked that too. The Mexican X-Ball League, as Joe P just said. Mazatlan? That would be nice. How about Minsk? From Minsk to... What else we got to talk about? That's all the news. Make sure to like this video, though. I want everyone to like it because it helps. I'm telling you guys. Leave comments, like videos. Yeah, hopefully I'll go to tournaments next year. I mean, I'd really like to. The Go Sports, not Go Sports, but the crew that puts on the semi-pro webcast did ask me to commentate for World Cup, but I was unable to go, obviously. And I really would like to try next year to go. Yeah, I think it'd be very interesting. I know that announcing, I don't know what I would do necessarily. I don't know if I'd sit in the booth the whole time or what. It's something that is a little scary to me because I've never done it, and it's a little bit weird to be an announcer. I never thought about it in my life, so it's a little odd, but I could probably do it. We just have to see how much preparation would be required, because Matt Marshall, Matt preps for like weeks ahead of time for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And I would kind of want to be able to do that a little bit. So I don't know. What is happening? Did you get a chance to watch Challenge Ball? I have no idea. Nope. I have not heard of it. Did anyone see the All That Matters movie that Alex Frazier showed at World Cup? I know a couple of people that saw it. They just said it was good. I talked to my friend Chris the other day, and he said it was good. That's about all. It's kind of hard to describe like a movie. It looks really good. The trailer obviously was really good. Miko, who's directing, producing the whole thing, I believe, is also very good. Paintball in low gravity. Like what kind of gravity? No gravity or like 1/16 gravity? The moon's 1/16 gravity, right? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh my gosh, I cannot type. Is it 1/16? Yep, 1/16. That would be like the moon. Oh, they showed a preview of the Iron Kids doc too. That also looks really good. Hats off to those guys for doing that, really. I mean, hats off for taking the Hormesis money and like doing something cool. Because that's what they're kind of doing with that Hormesis, you know, Field 1 thing. Yeah. A fun paintball game show? Where was it? Q loaders in space. What is that from? Let's search this on the internet. Let's search challenge ball. The Denver Nuggets? Probably not. Paintball. Paintball's finest game show? What? I've not seen this. I don't think anyone else has seen it either, unfortunately. But that's what happens with the internet, you know? What in the hell is this? Are they like paying him to do this?
And what is it landing on? Missing bunker. So missing bunker means that since it's a level 2, you get to deflate 2 bunkers on the opposing team's side. Which 2 bunkers do you think you're gonna go with?
Why do I never like hear about this kind of shit? It's crazy that like this shit happened and like I've never heard of this. Like someone said, look at all the sponsors. Like that's kind of what I was like. Why? How the hell did they get all these goddamn sponsors? I was like, I can't even get companies to return my goddamn emails.
Check out our social media content, guys. We offer YouTube videos as well as our Instagram, all other social media.
Wheel of challenges.
I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know. That's probably why no one's watched it. We'll go over here. What are you guys talking about? This is actually a great idea. We'll have to watch it later. Oh gosh. It's really long. You know, I thought about doing like a paintball game show at one point, but mine would have been different. I would have done an actual game show. We'd have had like questions and stuff and like buzzers, and you'd have to like buzz in. And like, that's what I thought about doing, but that was like, Jesus, quite a while ago. I don't want to talk shit about people, but YouTube is so fucking hard. It's just, it's crazy. I mean, you know, it's just so difficult. I'll check it out. We'll look at it. It's obviously hard to watch in this, this situation. Brad just wants to shoot a game show host with a marker. Oh, that'd be a good idea. If you get like a wrong answer, I could carry a pistol around. If you get a wrong answer, bang, you get shot with the pistol. There's a dog barking. Now I feel kind of bad because I was like, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, it's also hard for me to watch paintball. I mean, you know, it's just very difficult for me to watch paintball stuff. It's like, I don't know, what do you guys do for a living, you know? You know, stuff that you do for a living. It's like, go watch whatever you do for a living. It's very difficult because I like find myself just analyzing it and looking at it, and I'm like, I can do this. I couldn't have done this better. I could do this better. I don't know. You know, it's difficult. It's very difficult for me to watch, and especially when it's paintball because it's like all I ever do, and it's just kind of like fucking. Sometimes I don't watch it. Like I've said, most of the paintball stuff I watch, it's like Go Sports, or not Go Sports anymore, right? Like Major League Paintball. Then I'll listen to a handful of the podcasts. But, I don't know. Ben, you think I don't watch electrical systems designs in my free time? This is, this is what I'm talking about. You know, maybe like a long time ago that would have been interesting to watch, but now you're like, fuck, I don't want to watch this. John Theo with that huge mega super chat. I gotta reduce that font size, don't I? How do you feel about the overshooting and some of the penalties from the NXL? All the publicity is good publicity, or is it bad for the sport? I think it's perfectly fine. You know, I don't know about the penalties. I mean, you know, it is weird. I've never overshot people. I've never been that guy because I'm not really in that environment too, you know? So like, I'm playing rec ball most of the time, so I'm not going to shoot anybody more than like 2 to 3 times at the most, you know? So it's not like I have experienced bonus balling people. I've never done that. So it's kind of weird to me. Like I think about like penalties and stuff, and it's like, how do you call a penalty on overshooting? You know, at what point does it become overshooting? I mean, really, as soon as you see that ball break, you should stop shooting, right? And you shouldn't be shooting people when they're walking off the field and like all this stuff. But I don't know, like, I think in the professional division, it's completely different. I don't think that we should allow overshooting like this in the lower divisions. But, you know, also at the same time, while I say I think it's okay for the pros to do it, you know, they also, what their actions also are kind of copied or emulated by the lower divisions, right? So you have guys like overshooting everybody, and then, you know, then you get like, you know, the 3-man teams want to overshoot everybody. So that's probably not good, but like do that. That's, you know, probably not good. But for me, from my standpoint and me watching, I don't want to just see guys get shot a lot. You know, that's not like necessarily entertaining. Just see guys get shot a lot. But I for sure liked watching that AC Diesel, you know, Paintball Fit game when they were shooting each other a bunch. And there was a bunch of drama and guys talking shit. It's certainly way more interesting and way more exciting, right? It's the same reason that like all these other sports, not all these other sports, but it's like, you know, the same reason the UFC has their like weigh-in thing where the guys just talk shit and they're supposed to like hype it up. It just makes it more exciting because you get like the drama. Now you know a guy doesn't like this guy and this guy doesn't like this guy, and you're kind of interested to see what happens next. So I like it. I think that it's kind of interesting. It makes another like layer of intrigue. It also shows that the players actually care, right? One of the things that like I think that older players don't like, whether we're talking about paintball or, you know, I think about basketball because I watch so much basketball. I know so much about the NBA and basketball that we think about the old times, right? Not 20, but like for the NBA 50 years ago when everybody hated each other. You know, you didn't have friends on other teams. So the games felt a little bit more intense, right? They mattered a little bit more, and guys were a little bit more like aggressive and like assholey to each other because it was more of a rivalry and people didn't know each other as well. And what's happened with paintball over time is that same thing, right? I mean, you get guys moving to other teams and moving all over the place, which has created a little bit more of a friendship within the league and with the players, which is great. I mean, paintball's not supposed to be, you know, it's not the NFL, it's not the NBA. We have other parts of paintball that aren't competitive, right? The part that I play of paintball is not competitive. A good portion of you guys probably aren't competitive playing paintball. So it's like, it's a good and a bad thing, I guess, to have that like craziness. But I like it because it makes it more exciting. But people used to be, or paintball, a lot of the pros are all friends now. And back in the day, it wasn't like that. And you had people like, you know, fucking each other up. And I kind of want like a little bit of both of that, I should say. Ben Lawton here says, Pro Division needs tables, ladders, and chair matches. I don't know. I'm thinking about like, we should just give people like full auto. We should just go back to like uncapped. No, that kind of sucked. I was going to say uncapped full auto, but it really does kind of suck. I'd like to see a ladder match. That'd be cool. We kind of already have a cage. It'd be funny. So I like it. I like it. You know, we're talking about it, which is, I think, good for paintball. But it does kind of get weird, right? When is it overshooting and when is it not overshooting? Because there's plenty of stuff on here, dude. Like, there's like plenty. Let's go to these highlights. Oh, and there are plenty of overshooting. I got to figure out like which highlight is actually which.
Right in front of. To make this one interesting, it looks like Clint Johnson's going to go.
But like, you know, this Clint Johnson one, like, dude, this is that's definitely overshooting. I mean, because he legitimately shoots the guy, like, he shoots Clint probably like right there, you know, like right, you know, right there he shot. And then he like runs completely around him and he's still shooting him. You know, that's why he's like, come on. But he did get a penalty for that, which he probably should, dude, because that's just crazy. You know, you're not like shooting each other a bunch. I mean, he like ran around and shot the guy a bunch. So I don't know. But then there's times when like players don't shoot a player that much, and they get called for, you know, overshooting too. Yeah, and Old Soul, he definitely was like lifted his gun just to shoot him in the back of the head. The Infamous was almost worse. I don't know though. It's a little different because like, let's go to the Infamous one. I think it was number 10. No,
go over to help.
It's in here.
Gets into the snake. To the top, does he get the kill on him? No, he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, they didn't play two yesterday.
Drop their first.
Where the hell? Hold on. Number 8.
They gave it a shot. Patient trying to.
I guess it is this one.
Zach gets one. He gets one, and
yeah, this is. I guess it's true. It's worse and not like, you know, if they're gonna stand up like that and shoot each other, and they stop at the same time, you know, they're good. Like that's fine. The one that happened a couple years ago with Dylan and I think JC from Impact, that was different. That was cool though. But Clint's walking away. I think it's Clint, right? Or no, Alex Goldman. It looks like he was walking away though. But he's getting shot a ton in the back, walking off. And
Johnson bonus balling him, waving at him. Zach not liking that.
I don't know. It's like, you know, it's like baseball. It's like all these players, all the like AC players see him like talking shit. So they just pump him up a little bit because he's like, you know, talking shit to Alex. And I'm kind of okay with that. But I think that it needed to stop right then. Right? Like, stop now. You don't have to shoot him more because they keep shooting him.
Johnson bonus ball.
I don't know. I don't think it's really a problem right now. You know, I don't think it's a problem. So I don't think we should do anything. I think that if guys start shooting every matches like that, then, you know, we should probably start looking at doing something. But it's not really like that yet. You know, it's a little bit under control. For some dinner, I'm making tacos. I'm gonna make tacos on Sunday night. I'm gonna make a big ass batch of chicken tacos. Adios. I'm going soon too, anyway. Gotta give to Infamous though. He didn't flinch a single time. I know. I would have been like, okay, I'm like, stop. What else I got to talk about? I think that's all. I think those are all of my topics. NXL World Cup. The season's over. We have new tournaments coming up. Yeah, I hope to go. I hope to be able to try to announce, I guess, some stuff for semi-pro. That's kind of a weird situation, I guess. If not, I'd still like to try and go. I don't know. I'd really like to try to go to Cincinnati. I think it'd be cool to go to Ohio. I have like no reason to ever go to Ohio, so I think that just going for a paintball tournament would be interesting. Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincy. In July. It's probably kind of hot there in July, huh? In Ohio? I'll bet it is. July, right? July 19th to the 22nd? I don't know. Ben says, I might go to either Ohio or New Jersey. The problem is they're so goddamn far from me. I mean, some of you guys are like, oh, it's like a couple-hour drive. I'm like, Texas is the closest, and it's like a 30-hour drive. Not that I'd drive anyway. I don't know. It's easy to just get up and drive to a tournament rather than fly, because you got to deal with a rental car. They have a great indoor field in Cincinnati. I'd like to, I really would like to try to go. So I'd really like to try to go to a big game next year. In May is the Super Game here on the West Coast. It's in Oregon. I'm not in Oregon. Oh, but it'd be kind of cool. Las Vegas Convention Center. In the parking lot. Someone told me they rented the convention center. Who is they? David, did you see the DRV video? I did not. I didn't. I saw the video that I made. The DRV carbon paintball. It's not on YouTube. We're not watching it though, unfortunately. Damn, I forgot carbon made a radar. I forgot all about that. Not on YouTube, I don't know. Only because it's so much easier to find on YouTube or show on YouTube. It's so hard to show if it's anywhere else. It's just like a pain in the ass. Oregon. Yeah, I really would like to go to Super Game. So, we'll see. I don't know any other details than I think it's in May. You know what I'm sick of? America. Why does everything have to be so goddamn contentious everywhere we look? We talk about MacDev? Yeah, we talked about MacDev a little bit. I talked about MacDev a while ago. The MacDev GTX. Yeah, I didn't really say much about it though, because there's not really, much to say. New paintball gun. Not that exciting. They were showing it off the carbon booth. Oh, the DRV. Yeah, we've talked about it. I mean, I talked about it all last week, so it's not like I have not spoken about it. I'm actually trying to like pull up the pictures we have right there. The DRV, the carbon drive. I don't know. Who knows? It's a loader. It doesn't look like, crazy. It has a lot of the, typical features we're used to seeing from, why is it not looping? All of the features we're kind of used to see from, high-end hoppers. Carbon have always made, I would say, high-quality things. So I'm curious to see how she works. It's really big. That, back thing sticks off really far. It's got like that big block off the back. They said coming out Q2 2025. Yeah, we're unsure about that for sure. So Q2 2025. And I don't know the price either. I haven't really like investigated her that much either, but we're guessing, I would guess $250. $250 to $300 is going to be my guesstimated price. Rennick says, what did you say? You said the GTX is a lower pressure stretched gamma core with better eyes, better eye covers, soft rubber grips, a rechargeable battery, and a battery bank. I really wanted to see that battery bank. I know I saw that battery bank. I was curious, like, how it worked, like how it charged the other battery. For sure. Lower pressure than what though? Because what's like the gamma core in the like CS3 is like 105 or something like that, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Stretched out for sure. Better eyes. I don't know how. I really like the Eclipse eyes. I don't think you can do a better job than the Planet Eclipse ones personally. Grips are kind of preference. I like the harder, maybe not harder grips. I probably do like softer grips, but I want the grips to last a long time. It's the problem with the dye grips is like they're soft and rubbery, but they kind of like get all fucked up really quick. So, I don't know. I will not be buying one, I assure you that. Yeah, Rick. First game, Oregon. I was actually looking at the Super Game website the other day, and it's in my notes to add all the paintball stuff to my calendar. But I don't think that I actually did add Super Game. Yes, I did. Super Game May 2nd. There you go. First weekend. To May 4th. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I really do like the dye grips, though. The problem with the dye grips is just the way they interface with the guns, right? There's like metal, and then they put the grip on, and then there's like, it's like metal, and the grip's right here. So there's like this little lip. So they get like peeled and like weird at that like spot every time, like all the guns, like for 30 years. It's like, I don't know. Redesign the grips a little bit. It's like, you know, Planet Eclipse's grips are a little more integrated. But to be fair, the newer guns, like on the MXR and like the DSR Plus, they are more integrated, so they're not as bad. You know, the MacDev looked like the grips were a little more integrated. The old dye guns, like how old? I got a DM4. Or not a DM4, there's a DM9 right there. That's pretty old. It wouldn't take much to make a Revy a little more consistent at 10.5. I don't know, it kind of matters the revolution, I think, right? Like, I feel like back in the day, maybe, probably, right? If you had like a turbo Revy, like a WASP board for your Revy, remember those? I had those. Those could probably do it back in the day. But like the newer stuff, like this Revy is... I don't know how old this is. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. It's not old. It's probably like 2008, 12, 15 or something like that. It does not feed fast at all. I've tried. I mean, it might go 7. Like, it's really, really slow. I can't even use my eMac. I can't use it on my eMac even because it's just too slow for the eMac. I'll like chop paint and it'll get weird, so. Put it there. A new Cyborg is coming out. Huh. The last one was not so great. That's a few problems. Flex parts. Rennick, I'm reading your previous comment that's off screen. Oh, no, maybe not. Mactive markers are usually 100 psi. That's right. I remember them being actually even lower. I remember the GT being like, the GT2 or something was like 90 or something crazy. And the eyes are full spectrum infrared as opposed to the Planet Eclipse visible spectrum. Huh. I'm thinking about it. I wonder if that's better. I mean, it's probably not worse, but I wonder what I wonder what advantages they have to it being infrared and not visible. Well, I mean, you said they're visible and infrared, but I wonder what they gain from adding infrared. I was like, maybe you can see through paint easier if there's paint in the blocking the eyes. Huh. I just really like that the a light pipe system. I really like the light pipe that they used on the Planet Eclipse guns. But then again, I don't know. I have so few problems nowadays. It's I don't know. I just don't have problems with stuff. So it's every time I play paintball, stuff just works. It's so rare that I have issues. Yeah, I don't break paint, I don't chop, nothing happens, Although, to be fair, the adrenaline, dude, the Adrenaline Idol that I just reviewed they did the Adrenaline Idol review, the Adrenaline Lux Idol, and had the mechanical frame on that. And I chopped paint. I was chopping like crazy with that mechanical frame. Dude, I can shoot that gun so fast. It's crazy. I forget what hopper I had on, but I didn't even think about it. I just went to the field. TFX3. So, I think it was the TFX in the video. I'm pretty sure the TFX3. But, oh my god. With that mechanical frame, I can shoot probably like bursts of like 23 or some shit. It's like crazy. Like, it's like so easy for me to be like, and like I can like rock the trigger. Like I can like vibrate and like rock the trigger. It's insane how fast I can shoot. And this just did not work. It was not even close to fast enough. When I really should probably have had the rotor or something on there. I just didn't think about it, and I just didn't take it to the field. And I was like, oh shit. I thought about it afterwards. It was crazy how fast I could shoot that gun. It was almost like too fast. It was like so fast that it was like, I can break paint now because the gun's so fast. So it's like, I kind of want like a mechanical gun with eyes. If that's even possible. I don't know. I was thinking about it, I do have the video, but it's like, you know, it's somewhere in the computer. I was thinking about trying to pull it up really fast, but I might not have it because I might have edited it out of the shooting part because I filmed it, but I was breaking so much paint because it was just like the gun wouldn't, the hopper wasn't fast enough. So I was just breaking tons of paint and it was like all looking weird. So obviously I didn't put that in the video. But whew, that baby flies. It's crazy. It was pretty bad. Like it was bad. It was like I broke one ball, I chopped one, and then one chop, and it was like, and then the bolt got stuck forward. I was like, oh, this is not so great. And you know, they sponsored the video, so I gotta kind of like show it's good. And it was fine. I just was trying to fucking shoot the thing 40 balls a second, and that's the whole point of having eyes. Add a mechanical gun, and a mechanical gun with eyes is doable. The level 10 bolt equipped auto mag, or an auto cocker with the flow restrictor on the front of a ram. I hate those level 10 kits though. As somebody who probably set more level 10 kits up than all of you guys paintball guns combined owned throughout history. I probably set up 1,000. maybe not 1,000. I probably set up hundreds of level 10 kits. I hated those things. They worked though. If you could get them working on like a gun, they worked, but they were just so finicky. Auto conquers with a flow restrictor on the front of the ram. I'm not 100% even sure what that is. I kind of get the concept. I think that if it feels restriction, it'll not work. So it makes it like easier on the paint. I don't know though. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, man, nowadays though, with the paint is so brittle that we try to use, and at that stupid rate of fire at like 20 balls a second, I think that most guns are gonna break paint. I mean, the real problem you have is like, you know, to get paint coming out that fast, it's just got to be going fast, right? It can't be just like boop, boop. You know, it's got to be like really moving, like really kind of moving down the feed neck. And one of the problems is like, you know, it's moving down the feed neck and then it has to go this way. So it makes a complete stop and then goes that way. And a lot of the times, just because there's so much pressure and the speed is going so fast, that ball will just break when it hits the bottom of that stack. It just, and it cracks that bottom ball. So it's like the paint is so brittle now. It's like, it's hard to even shoot these guns that fast, no matter if they have eyes or they don't have eyes. It's just getting paint out of the gun that fast consistently. It's just kind of hard. Old Soul says basically a blow-off valve for any pushback. That's kind of what I think. Essentially, on a QEV threaded port, you screw on the flow restrictor. It's massively slow. Huh. There's so much weird autococker stuff that I don't know about. Like the morph valves, and there's all those weird valves that I don't even know anything about them. I could time any single cocker. You give me an autococker, I'll time that bad boy up. But you want me to install a E-blade? I'm not going to do it. I don't know. I kind of miss fixing paintball guns. I actually kind of liked it. It's kind of like therapeutic in a way. You know, it's really kind of relaxing. I mean, once you know how to do everything, essentially, it's really kind of like a relaxing experience, because, you know, you're just sitting there, and I kind of would zone out when I fix stuff. And it's really kind of like rewarding when, like, you know, this gun's just a piece of shit and it's falling apart, and it's really bad. So it's really kind of like a rewarding when you're able to kind of make the thing work again. It's kind of cool. This feels kind of nice. There we go. Have you guys seen the nope, I don't know what's going on. Something about a headband. I have not. Loved the look of the race frames. Dude, the race gun frame looked cool. It just looked cool for sure on that. I liked how it didn't have that like bar that pushed out on the trigger. And the front just was like a big box. It kind of had that big box. It just looked kind of cool. Yeah, I'll never own an E-blade. Those things are goddamn awful. I hated those. That's another gun I hated fixing. But I liked kind of fixing stuff. You see an electric autococker coming, I'd be like, you guys can use this. You guys fix this one. I'll go zone out and fix these tipments. Leno, what are your thoughts on Spider Fusion? You know, I didn't really watch a lot of their matches. I did not, I don't think at all. I mean, they were maybe on in the background a little bit. So I didn't actually watch Spider Fusion. Kinda though. They didn't do too bad against Tampa Bay Damage. They scored a point against Damage, which is good. I mean, that's kind of what I expected. You know, I was like, if I was them, I would be happy if we just scored, right? I mean, most of those guys are Division 3 or, you know, D2 or something. So, yeah, if they can just go and score a point and have fun, right? I think that hopefully they, like, at least enjoyed their experience and, like, had a good time. And, you know, you got to go to another country to play paintball. That's pretty cool. Like, you know, if we got, you know, if I was on a team or, you know, we got invited to go play in Brazil, that'd be awesome. Like, I'd be super happy about that. So just getting to have like a really cool experience is neat, you know, that not a lot of people have. So hopefully they at least can take that away, because they obviously did not do so good. But hopefully they had fun and just got to experience, you know, something cool. You know, a lot of the people in Brazil or the players in South America, you know, they're not going to the NXL. So it's just cool they had to go. I would like to go to NXL Europe, you know. Humberto! Yeah, they did. But definitely a good experience for them. They will only get better now they know what it's like. That's for sure true. I mean, you're getting like crazy experience, you know. It's yeah, it's kind of like it's one of those things where like you don't know it's possible until you see other people do it, kind of, right? So, you know, maybe they go back to Brazil now and they're like, man, this is what those, you know, NXL pro teams did or whatever. This is how they did this. Maybe we should try to incorporate that. I didn't even realize that like that was a possibility until I saw those guys do it. So hopefully, you know, they take stuff back and are able to, you know, learn and whatever. Just have fun, man. You know, so many people are worried about this, like learning and trying to win. It's like, who gives a shit? If you're not on like one of the best teams in the world, who gives a shit? I mean, we're just trying to have fun. So if you're out there winning tournaments and having fun, if you're out there losing tournaments and having fun, if you're not playing tournaments at all and having fun, that's literally the whole point of this. Some people it's a job, but there's like 8 of those people. So you're probably not going to have a job playing paintball. There's maybe more than 8. I mean, you gotta have like 20, something in there. All right, sons of bitches. I'm gonna go. What should I? Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna make. I gotta figure out what's happening. Actually, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen for food. I'm not really that hungry. I had a burrito a couple hours ago. A $12 burrito. Crazy to me that food has increased so much. Leno, I kind of was like, I wonder if he knows those guys. As a Brazilian, I got really happy to see them playing here in the US. Okay, unfortunately, I was busy at all times and couldn't crash there couldn't crash, I don't know. I just hope the scenario in Brazil is better. I don't know. Brazil seems cool. $12, dude. I'm fucking telling you, dude. Goddamn inflation's killing me. That's just how much burritos are now here. I mean, fucking crazy. Although, to be fair, you know, it's a big-ass burrito. It's like a full meal. It's not like, you know, a little bean burrito from Taco Bell or something. All right, you sons of bitches. I will see you guys Sunday. No, Sunday. The fuck? Why Sunday? Why of all things Sunday? Saturday, maybe. I'll be out at Capital Edge Paintball Park for the Capital Edge anniversary game. Come say hello if you're there. Monday, there was going to be a new video, but I totally scrapped it, so I gave up. And I don't like it. And I knew I didn't like it, and I kept working on it. And today I was like, fuck it, okay, we're not doing it, I'm moving on. It felt really good. So that was like a sign that I should move on to the next one. But I am going to still kind of use some stuff for it. I'll still make some like Instagram reels, and I'll put some shorts on YouTube. But I'm not going to make the whole entire video. It was just kind of boring, and I don't know. So I'm just going to make some clips from it. So you can watch for those pretty soon. Those will probably be up. I'll put some of those up this week. For sure. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys Monday, maybe Saturday if you go to the paintball field.